Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on December 1st, man. New month, new goals, new opportunities, man. Y'all know we do here on the Jam Session. We cook up every single game, every single day, man. 2-2 for me yesterday overall. I did lose with my Cowboys in the NFL, but 2-1 in the NBA. Hit another NBA Player of the Day, man. Shout out to Minnesota Timberwolves, aka the House of Disappointment, man. But hey, hats off to them boys, man, because they've earned it. They have gone stupid, dummy, crazy at the crib in Minnesota, man. Brings us to 15-5-2 last 22 on our NBA Player of the Day, man. Trying to keep the momentum rolling forward there. We did, of course, have the Thunder Buddies yesterday, but we did lose with the New York Knicks. I don't know what they had going on. It was a good spot. I thought they were going to beat up on another bad team. They won, didn't cover. Happens. Trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. Money-making weekend, man. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching this video. If you appreciate the content that I do, smash that like button for your guy. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Twitter all day long. There's a link for that in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. Hop on a 3-day pass, man. As I said a second ago, it's a money-making weekend. A ton of action going on this weekend, man. Try me out for the weekend. We got a ton of NBA. 6 games tonight. I'm going to cook them up and try to smash it per usual. But we got a huge card tomorrow in the NBA. Championship Saturday. We got some championship games tonight in college football, college hoops, NFL. One of those weekends, man. Hop on with me. Let's make some money, man. We're having a really good 30 days, a really good 7 days. Not a great 24 hours, 2-2. We got juice, but look to get back on track on that tonight, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching this video. Let's make some money tonight, man. Let's continue to kick the crap out of the books. And without further ado, man, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. All right, first game up, man. We got the Washington Wizards out on the road facing the Orlando Magic. Magic laying 10.5 points at the crib. We just saw the Magic blow the doors off the Wizards a couple nights ago, 139-120. This is going to be, what, the 6th or 7th straight home game for the Orlando Magic. Comfortable at the crib. Washington, hey, this is going to be their 5th road game in their last 6 games. So, ready to get back home. I say we lay it here with the Magic. Magic are still the best ATS team in the NBA. Currently, these boys are 15-3 against the number, as you see on your screen, man. These boys are rolling. I see no reason to doubt them. All signs to me suggest they come in here, take care of business, and beat an inferior opponent. Last 3 games have all been won by double digits. 4 of their last 5 have been won by double digits at home. We've been on the Magic. I see no reason to hop off here. I think they beat up on the Wizards for the 2nd time this week. I would lay it here with Orlando. First game of the day. Next game up, man, we got the Philadelphia 76ers out on the road facing the Boston Celtics. Celtics home favorites laying 5.5 points in this one. All right. A lot of injury news in this one. It's mainly for the Sixers. Of course, Embiid, still game time decision. I don't know when we'll know if he's going to play. He's sick with an illness, so there's really no telling there. Nicholas Batum, also game time decision, although he did practice. Kelly Oubre is still out. Daniel House is out. So some injuries there for the Sixers. Porzingis is out for the Celtics. We've seen these guys play twice this season. The Sixers won the first one in Philadelphia, 106-103, covered the spread, of course. And then Boston won the second meeting in Philadelphia, 117-107. We're coming back to Boston for the first time in this series. This is going to be, the 4th road game in the last 5 games for Philadelphia. They trailed that whole game to the Pelicans in their last one. Like, they never had a lead, I don't believe. The Celtics, this is going to be their 4th home game in their last 5 games. Fairly comfortable at home. Only spot we seen them lose was on the road to the Orlando Magic. Went out there, got their doors blown off. But at home, they've been hoping, beat Milwaukee. Probably should have covered in that game against Milwaukee. Beat Atlanta comfortably by 10. Blew the doors off of Chicago and won 24-97. That was the in-season tournament game. They were actually proactively trying to blow them out to get into the in-season tournament, and they made it. I lean Boston here. They're the healthier team. Again, I have told you guys for most of the season, I think they're the best team in the East. I think if the finals were today, it would be Nuggets, Celtics, and I would probably have the Celtics winning right now today. Still way early on that, but that's where my future ticket is on the Boston Celtics. I just really like this team, and when they get Porzingis back in the fold, they're going to be even better. Drew Holiday has always been one of the most underrated players in the NBA, and he really helps them defensively, and I think that's where they had the edge tonight. They're home, comfortable at home. Sixers are on the road. Not the best spot for the Sixers. Their main guys banged up. Maxey and company, Tobias Harris, they still can hoop. They probably will keep the game competitive for a certain amount of time, but in the end, I think Boston wins this game by like 8, 9 points. I would look at laying it at home with the Celtics. Here it is. Next game up, man, we got the New York Knicks out on the road facing the Toronto Raptors. Raptors at the crib laying 2.5 points in this one. Knicks on the back end of a back-to-back, man. They just played Detroit in the Garden last night. 118-112, failed to cover. That was their 4th home game in their last 5 games. Now they're out on the road here. Last time we seen them out on the road, they got their doors blown off by the Minnesota Timberwolves, 117-100. The Raptors, hey, they won 3 of their last 5, but they've lost 2 of their last 3. The 2 they lost were out on the road, 105-102 to Cleveland, 115-103 to the Nets. They did come back home and beat the Phoenix Suns 112-105. This is the thing. I don't like betting the Raptors very often, but the spot to me here yells Raptors. Fading the Knicks on the back end of a back-to-back, with travel. Had to leave New York, head to Toronto, go through customs, all that. They were fairly comfortable in the Garden in New York. They hadn't left there in quite some time. Now they got to go play Toronto, a team that has one of the best home courts in the NBA. They got a whole country behind them. The Raptors, we don't bet them on the road. We look to fade Toronto most of the time when they're out on the road. At home, they're decent. As you see it on the screen, 10-8-1 against the number. Betting Toronto, it's just not fun. You can make money in certain spots. It's just not fun. I think tonight the spot sets up for Toronto. They're at home. The last 2 times they played at home, they won comfortably, beat up on the Bulls, beat up on the Suns. I think it's just a bad spot for the Knicks. I could see the Raptors beating up on the Knicks in this spot as well. I'm going to take Toronto. I'm going to lay the 2.5. There it is. All right, next game up, man. We got the Memphis Grizzlies out on the road facing my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, man. Mavs at the crib laying 9.5. Short, sweet, simple. I'm laying the 9.5 with the Mavs here. Everything that I look at here yells Mavs to me, so I'm not going to overcomplicate it. We've already seen the Mavs beat up on the Grizzlies once this season. That game was in Memphis. Yes, it was about a month ago, but it happened. Final score 125-110, a 15-point win on the road for Dallas. Memphis, they're coming off a pretty significant homestand where they really didn't play that well. They did win their last one comfortably over Utah. We thought they would, but other than that, it wasn't anything, impressive that I saw from Memphis. Not recently. The last time we seen them on the road, they got their doors blown off by the Houston Rockets, 111-91. We just saw the Mavs in their last game beat Houston. In a Houston must-win spot. Houston win, and they were in the in-season tournament. Mavs came to hoop that game and covered. It was an ugly cover. I was on the other side. I had Houston. It was one of the worst beats of my life with the late Sagoon foul. Luka shoots the 2 free throws for the cover with 0 seconds on the clock. Yeah, it was disgusting, but it happened. But the Mavs did play well down the stretch in that game. They're head and shoulders the better team here. I look to continue to fade the Grizzlies out on the road. It's pretty much where this comes from. I know the Mavs were terrible ATS last season at home. They were the worst home ATS team in the NBA. But to begin this season, they're not that bad. As you see on your screen, they're 9-8 against the number. Memphis was just as bad on the road. Like, Memphis was straight ass on the road last season. They're 3-5 against the number on the road thus far this season. But last season on the road, remember, Memphis was 14-29-1 against the number on the road. That was with a good team. This year they're really bad. I think this is a spot where the Mavs can, keep their momentum rolling they established last game. I see them taking the Memphis Grizzlies behind the woodshed. I'm on my team tonight. I'm laying the points. I think they win comfortably. Next game up, man, we got the San Antonio Spurs out on the road facing the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans laying 12.5 points at the crib in this one. Hey, It's another game where I like the favorite, man. I do. I just handicap the game, man. That's all I do. And when I look at this game, what I see is a team that's been terrible on the road in the San Antonio Spurs and a team that's been hooping, playing their best basketball at home in the New Orleans Pelicans. And I think in the end, the Pelicans run away with this game, winning by like 15, 16 points. What have we seen from the Spurs most of this season? They get their doors blown off when they're out on the road. Last time we seen them out there, Denver beat them comfortably, 132-120. They did sort of compete with Golden State out there, 118-112, but we know Golden State's really struggling right now. The Pelicans, let's shout out them boys, man. They beat the Philadelphia 76ers at home, 124-114. We had them. That was our play of the day that day. We caught them before the Joel Embiid news, so we got them at plus money. They beat the Kings. I know they didn't look good on the road against the Jazz in back-to-back games, but we were on the Jazz in back-to-back games. The reason being, the Pelicans have been hooping at home, and they've been terrible on the road. I've been watching a ton of Pelicans basketball. I think they come in here and blow the doors off the Spurs. Like, they're healthy. CJ McCollum's back in the fold. You guys know, if you've watched the jam session for a duration of time, I love when the Pelicans are fully healthy at home. When McCollum, Ingram, and Zion are all on the floor, the Pelicans are one of the best teams in the West. And that's by the numbers. That's not me just talking. That is by the numbers. But they're rarely healthy. That's why they're always bad. That's always been the case with the Pelicans. I think they roll here at home. Wembanyama, he's game time decision. Hey, Spurs have been terrible to me. I'm not looking to back them. I could see on a Friday a lot of public guys being like, Pelicans laying 12.5. Let me grab this points here with the Spurs. I don't even think none of that matters. I just think the Pelicans really come out and hoop. I do. I think they win this game 15-plus points. I'm not overcomplicating it, man. I break down each individual game, and I tell you my thoughts on each individual game. If that means I come out with all favorites one day, that's what happens, and that's probably what's going to happen today. But I like the Pelicans in this one. I'm going to lay the 12.5. All right, last and final game of the night, man. We got the defending champs, the Denver Chicken Nuggets, out on the road facing the Phoenix Suns. Suns getting 2.5 points at the crib. And as I alluded to at the end of the last game, I am taking the last and final favorite of the day, sweeping the boards with all the favorites. It happens, man. It happens. But I really do think the Nuggets come in here and hoop. Devin Booker, game time decision. But even if he plays, I would still be on the Nuggets in this one at the better number. Reason being is I'm kind of liking what I'm starting to see with Denver. Denver is starting to take that turn. They are. Last time we seen them, they did win on the road. They got a dub on the road. They beat the Clips without Jokic. Then they came back home, looked good there. I think they go back on the road and look good here. I really do. I see no reason to doubt these boys. Phoenix, I worry about them. I know that they've been playing better basketball, but most of the wins here recently at home have been against mediocre to bad teams. When they were losing at home, it was to the good teams. And Denver is a good team. And I don't know if the Suns match up that well with Denver. I know we typically fade Denver on the road because they go stupid, dummy, crazy at home. And we've been pretty profitable doing that thus far this season. But I actually like them in this spot. So let's just go back and look. To start the month of November, they lost outright the Suns to the San Antonio Spurs at home. Lost to the Lakers outright at home. Lost to the Thunder Buddies outright at home. These things happened. So, lost to the Spurs in back-to-back games at home. I don't know. They've been playing better recently, but I haven't been in love with the level of competition is what I'm trying to say. And I like the way the Nuggets are low-key starting to play. So, I'm not going to overcomplicate it, man. I'm going to take the defending champs. I'm going to take the Nuggets. I think they win this game. I would lay the 2.5 here in this one. And that's going to conclude this episode of my NBA Jam Session. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching this video. If you appreciate the content that I do, man, hey, smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Twitter all day long. There's a link for that in the description below. And, of course, I got premium plays over at the site, man. Hop on something long-term. Try me out for the weekend, man. Hop on a 3-day pass. Get every single play that I release for the weekend, man. Every single sport. Hey, hop on that, man. Let's make some money. Let's continue to kick the crap out of the books. Or you can continue to do what you do watching the jam session here. Or you can scoop up the play of the day. 15, 5, and 2. Last 22. Trying to keep the momentum rolling forward on that. It's a money-making weekend, man. I'm trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. 6-game card. Hopefully we smash it per usual. I know I took every single favorite on the board. It just happens, man. It happens that way. I honestly cooked up every single game individually, and that's just how it turned out. So we'll see what happens tonight. If you're a big bettor out there, you want to join my Access Club, hey, text the number in the description below. It's for big bettors only, for the guys that can handle the volume. The guys that have been in the All Access Club, man, hey, they have had an extremely great month, up over like 60 units, man. It's something crazy. Join the All Access Club if you're a big bettor out there. I appreciate each and every one of you guys out there. Let's make some money tonight on a Friday. Let's keep the momentum rolling forward. Money-making weekend. Let's continue to kick the crap out of the books, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. Let me see y'all guys soon. I'm out of here. Peace.